Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Offset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask and Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who might like it too. So today we are unboxing and reviewing the Weaver's Oracle Journey Cards and Travel Guide, created from paintings and mythic tales by Carolyn Hiller. Now, first of all, and most importantly, y'all know I love a good box. This is a big box, and not only is it a big box, it's a nice sturdy box. So this I like a lot. This is great quality, okay? I love this. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to open it up. And I did open this already, but I have not looked at any of the cards. I have not seen, except for the ones that were on the front here and a few that were online. Also inside of here, I'm going to show you before I move the box, there is the catalog they sent me for their other items. And I want to show this to you guys too, in case any of you want to read more. They sent this. You can pause this if you want. Let me make it nice and steady. You can pause this and read it if you like. Now, also inside of here is a guidebook. Look how hefty this guidebook is. It's spiral bound, which is really cool. Easier to open and less chance of me destroying it. And when you look inside, there is a lot of information. At least it looks like about a page, 2 pages of information for each card. They go through all the symbolisms. So this is going to be a very informative guidebook. Now, let me move this out of the way. So I'm going to show you each and every card and tell you how I feel about them, because I haven't had a chance yet. Let me pull this closer to us. Closer still. There we are. So I haven't had a chance to look at these, so it's going to be fun for us all. This cool bag is perfect for them, but as you can see, it's a big bag for a reason. These are not small cards. So if you're somebody, let me show you this one. If you're somebody who has small hands, that could be an issue because they're pretty big cards. But let me show you this first one. Look at the beauty of the colors. Look at this. I want to show you this card. Look at the beauty of the colors. And this one says Kindle Shaman Weaver of Earth. So the first thing I notice about this card is the texture is like rose petals or something. It's beautiful. And when you flip it on the other side, the backing of each card is this beautiful tapestry, which makes perfect sense because it's called the Weaver's Oracle. So then you flip it back over. It's not too glossy. Not too glossy at all. Great card stock. Bouncy, but not too flimsy. So this is really an amazing quality. Look at her eyes. Her eyes are the first thing that draws me in, and I love her tattoos. So let me show you each and every one. Now, I don't know anything about this deck. I don't know the concept of it or anything, because I really wanted to just show it to you guys and talk about it cold. I'm going to have to pull this up like that. Yes, there we are. I wanted to talk about it cold. I didn't want to have looked at them and formulated an opinion. I wanted to formulate my opinion in the moment. And the very first thing I'm like picking up about this art is stunning. It's their eyes for me. And then look at them. They're like, every time you see an Oracle deck, there's different themes, okay? And one of the things I've noticed about most Oracle decks is that the people themselves that are in the deck are often younger people. What I loved about the couple pictures of this that I've seen is that they're people of different ages, and there are a lot of older people. So we call it the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So you see a lot of that crone energy in this deck. There we go. And her name is even the crone of doorways. So you see, you have that crone energy. And I think it's just beautiful. I love it. And I love, like, you know how I always talk to you guys about I love diversity in a deck. And this deck has it in spades. Like the masculine, the feminine, the younger, the older, different places. I'm just like blown away by the first 5 cards. And the hair, the different hairstyles, and the way the texture of it looks. I mean, if you look at that, that looks like my hair when I wash it and it dries, you know, that's what it looks like. It's like, it really does look like hair. It doesn't look like it says they're paintings. These look so real. It's amazing. And they gifted me this beautiful deck just for the purposes of doing this review. And I feel so privileged to add this, there we go, to my collection. He reminds me, okay, old woman is a woman. Old woman walks good. Her face reminds me of some of the earliest human art. And like, look at the faces. Look at the wrinkles in the faces. Look at the lines. So, oh, the moon woman. Look at the lines. Look at I mean, it's just so realistic. And this is really beautiful because I really love her headpiece. I love it. It's just beautiful. I just love it. This is really a stunning deck. Let's see. All right. And the lines in the lips, they just look, it looks so realistic. Let me pull this back up. They look so very, I want to make sure you guys can see the titles at the bottoms. There you go. They look so very realistic. I love that. Look at that. And these are like, I mean, when I talk about realistic, I feel like I've seen people. I feel like I've seen these people. I'm like, she looks familiar. I've seen her in downtown, you know, Philadelphia, carrying bags, you know. I just feel like these faces are so universal in that way too. I'm very interested to do a reading with these because I've never seen oracle cards like this before. And I'm very interested to see. And like, you guys know, I mentioned 3 times the eyes. And I swear her eyes are closed. That's cool. But I swear every time I pull out another card and I look at their eyes, I'm like, wow. Now, is this focusing? Yeah, her glare. Yeah, just a bit, not much. But her color was giving the camera a little bit of trouble. My goodness. Such a timeless, because as I'm looking through these, I'm seeing different times, such a timeless vibration coming from this. The tattoos. She's the dreamer. I love the tattoos. That is really amazing. They did not shy away from a little bit of nudity. which I am not mad at ever. Look at, wow. I love the tattoos on her face, her outfit. Wow. So it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, these would be all crones that we've seen in the last couple. Now this one is a younger person. Wow. With the snake. My little brother used to have a snake. That's not for me. I like the way that they look in art, but like in real life, I'm scared of them. Oh, that's beautiful. And they all have on these tapestries, and I haven't looked at the guidebook because I'm looking at it with you guys for the first time. But I'm thinking that every culture I've ever come across had their own special cloth. For instance, the kente cloth of the Asante people in West Africa, or the Native Americans. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, they have all these really distinct tapestries. And I'm like, okay, so I get it why it's called Weaver's Oracle, because they really go into that. And that is a very important part of a culture. I learned that when I was in Africa, how important those patterns and those symbols are to the people of the particular culture. And the cards are really simple. Like, the women themselves are extremely detailed, as you can see. Their outfits very detailed, their tattoos, their hair very detailed. But like, there isn't a lot going on. You see, it's a black background, and what you can see is not a lot going on. You see some flowers, you see some trees or some grass, maybe some birds, but very simple in that kind of way, which I love because it really does draw your attention directly to the woman and what she has. I think she looks like she has, is that a crystal singing bowl, or I'm not sure. Oh, it could be a pot to collect rainwater. She's rain. Okay. But there's not a lot going on in the background, but still it's so much to draw you in. I can't get over their eyes. Immediately when I look at them, I'm drawn into their eyes, then I'm drawn into their outfit, and then I'm drawn into what accessories they have. Like this one, look at her, the sun, beautiful, beautiful. And like I said, with the nudity, it's appropriate. It's not like, I like nudity for art's sake. And this is what I get from this nudity. And the accessories, the jewelry, it's just stunning. And I'm like, she painted these? This is amazing. Beautiful. I love the drum. Wow. And some of these, like, I'm kind of familiar with some of these, and some of these I've never seen anything like it. I'm just like, wow. But I told you guys earlier that this particular oracle comes from England, and I've noticed that Europeans, their humor, their art, everything is a little bit different from what I'm used to in the West. But I really like it. It's a very fresh and different interpretation. Like, I feel like I'm learning about places. Look at that. I feel like I'm learning about places and things that I may have never even thought about. Wow. So now it seems like some of them had like that little border around them, and now it seems that these don't have that border. So it'll be interesting when I do the readings to see what the difference is. A nomad. My goodness. I always tell people, I'm like, one day And I feel it now. I really do. I feel it now because, you know, there's the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So I am in my mother, but I'm closer to crone than I've ever been in my entire life. And I always tell people, like, at this point in my life, I'm really interested in learning about things like this because I'm like, this is my next phase. And I'm very interested in seeing what kind of themes this oracle discusses as far as that's concerned. Look at the moon. Nice. It looks like her necklace is like a representation of the moon. What a beautiful, happy face. So much wisdom. I love that. That's one thing I love about when you look at the crone energy. I see so much wisdom in just their experiences and raising families and living, making mistakes, being married or not being married, whatever it was that their life path took them. I can see that wisdom in their look and in the intense stare. Look at that stare. So I'm definitely going to read that guidebook. Sometimes people always tell me they don't read the guidebook or they throw it away or they keep it and they just try to go off, you know, their intuitive feelings from the card. And I'm like, yeah, I feel you on that. But on some oracles, and for me, it's most of them really, because I like every oracle deck is different. Themes are different. What it's talking about is different. And I feel like when I read these, I'm learning, you know, I'm using the cards, but I'm also learning so much. She's pretty. So much from the guidebook. I learned so much from the books. So I recommend that if you buy an oracle deck, that you do take a look at the guidebook. Because some of these guidebooks, people look like, well, I already know all this. I don't know none of this. I don't know any of this. Like, some of it's familiar to me, like just from, you know, reading, but I can't identify on site. Like, for instance, where is this this person from? I don't know. So I'm gonna have to look it up and learn more about this person and their whatever culture. And I told you the guidebook was extensive. Now I see why. There's so much to learn here. This is definitely an oracle for anybody who really loves to learn. And I know, you know, many of us Aquarius, we're known for that. But other signs too, that just love to learn, love to educate themselves on peoples and cultures and things like that. Let me see. Yeah, as you can see, these are big because the slots of my card holder are very wide. And I have to literally slide these in. So these are definitely larger cards. So you would probably have to shuffle them. If you have smaller hands, you're probably not going to be able to shuffle these in every way. You're going to have to pick something that's appropriate for your hands. I might be able to shuffle them. They look like they're about the same size of my Kuan Yin Oracle, roughly. And I can shuffle that one. So I think I'll be able. Oh, look, I loved his hair. I think I'll be able to shuffle these. Look at that purple. My daughter loves purple. The colors are popping. The colors are like, oh my. And I'm a color. You guys know I'm a color person. So look at these colors. Why do you see this? I love that. So the shawl that she has on. That is so beautiful. Look at her hair. I love their hair. That's the other thing I like about them. Their hair and their eyes. I love that. She looks so reflective. Like she's really thinking about something. And you have no idea what, but I would love to know. And I'm being careful because I don't want to bend the car either. But they're not bending on me. The stock is definitely standing up. Beautiful. Because when I pull them out, there's no crease in it. It goes in. Has to slide in that way, but it goes in and it's good. That's beautiful too. I love these. I really love these. I recommend these. If you're somebody, if you're a woman, first of all, I recommend them. 10 out of 10. I feel like this is one of those kind of, it has like a goddess energy to me. You know, I definitely recommend this for any woman or any man who wants to get more in tune with the divine feminine, or any person who just so happens to like the artwork, because this is really stunning. Now look at her. Now that's a very, very intense look. Looks like she's been through a lot. And then here's the last one. Silence. So this is gorgeous. This is really gorgeous. All right, so let's take a look real quick. I'm not going to read all of it because it's 2 pages. But since we have number 52 up, silence, let's go to 52 in the guidebook and get a little bit of an idea of what they tell us about 52. So the hair is specialist. It looks like all of this it means something. They first talk about her yarn. This is the howling woman. She restores the grace of protecting veils. So this first section is about her yarn. The next section is about her braid, and then it talks about her cloth. And I'll read a little bit to you about her yarn. It says the howling sisters knew there was a double edge to the task they undertook. The veil that hid a woman safely could also be the veil that weighed heavily upon her soul. Whew. So the writing is good. Is really intense. I love it. I can't wait to use this, guys. I really love this. So there's a table of contents in the beginning, and it tells you each and every card, so you know where to find it. That's the first part. Let me show you. Since it's easy to pull this back, it'll be easy to show you. See? So all of them are here. And you just go to the appropriate page and you look it up. It tells us here that they also have some songs in here. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. And the front part of it explains to how to use the cards, laying them out. So that explains all of that. Then all the cards. And then at the end of the book are the songs and other tales. There's a tale here called The Oracle of the Witch Tree. So there's a lot here. This is a lot. There's a lot here, and I think it's magnificent. In the back of the book, it says, when we are walking in oracle lands, a weaver's shuttle held in our hands, we yearn for the yarn and we follow the braid. We search for the truth in the cloth as it's made. Where the wild of the earth meets the wires of the loom, where the wild meets the wise in our dreams. That's amazing. So it's like poetry and stories and, oh man. Listen, guys, this is a very serious deck. If you want something really meaty to sink your teeth into, something that, you know, you will love, and something that's like a gift that keeps on giving, this is a magnificent deck. I strongly recommend it. Like you guys know, I love the cardstock. Let me pick them up and see if I'm able to shuffle them. Let's see. All right, I can split them in 2 hands like that. So if you have hands about my size, you'll be able to hold them like this, and you'll be able to shuffle them. But my hand is fully extended. Like, these are definitely like big cards. So some people would have to shuffle them sideways like this, and it might be hard to do them this way. Okay. So I definitely recommend this deck 100%. It was a beautiful gift for them to give me, and I really strongly recommend you at least take a look at them. And if you do like them, they shipped very quickly. I was not waiting. I think I waited like it might have been like 2 weeks before they came, but it was like, it wasn't bad at all. I was expecting, because it was from the UK, it might take longer, but it didn't. Shipping was great, customer service is great, quality is great. Like I said, 10 out of 10. So thank you so much for watching, and come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See you later.